Okay. I am so happy to be in a very hot car. Hey, that's the one time you'd like the desert, is when you go to the beach. Oh, okay. Oh, God, I feel like death vomit. I feel like death vomit. Oh, I was determined to get a sand dollar, but I got over it real fast. I don't miss the sand. I was like, but I'm so dead emotional over it. There's dirt everywhere. So then I managed to get my old lady, way too fat, way too dead butt, down the beach far enough to hit every one of the people that always loved and worshipped me all along and put my powers in their houses. One of them caught me though. One busted me. I was about to put my powers in their house, like if I got, or when I got farther down. And they said hi. They busted me and they saw me and it was like, oh, busted. So then, it ruined the surprise, but like, oh well. So I got all my powers into the houses to say thank you. My friends that used to be my friends, I didn't see them connected to those houses anymore at all. So as soon as I got my powers into the last house, I trucked back up the cement back to where the car was. Showering, also showering off when you're dirty sucks. Cause the sand. I forgot how much I don't like beach sand. The beach sand, like you have to take a shower over and over until all the sand gets off. And it's horrible. Some people, of course, laughed or insulted me. And now I am mandated to punish them with my powers right away. And then the gods decide in courts whether to accept their family selling their soul or trading their soul to help them or whatever. Because I'm now just a god again. There was a really cool person that found out that I was trying to resuscitate or bring back to life a ladybug. Just like really, really sensitive people, when they die, they don't want to live anymore and they give out in death. The little ladybug was one of those kind of tiny, sensitive lives. So sometimes you're so special or good that gods make you stillborn and just take you to heaven because they know as a child you wouldn't survive on earth anyway. Sometimes you're sensitive like that, but gods know you can make it on earth. But when you die, if your death is not simple enough, your death gives out and stuff. That little ladybug's death keeps going in and out, and I was trying to bring the ladybug back to life, and the ladybug didn't wanna, and that sadly happens. So I have to wait till I can take the ladybug to heaven, to be put down in an induced coma so the gods can fix the ladybug. There was a little baby. The little baby was getting a shower right by me, trying to get all the sand off of me, and she fell in the slippery water when I had water all over my eyes and I wasn't looking. I freaked out because like I didn't react fast enough because I was focused on showering and water on my eyes, but I put my powers really fast, and thank goodness she was all, I could fix her with my powers within not even that long. It was great. And then, let's see, what else was kind of fun? There was two women talking shit about breathing. Sadly, now they have to pay the gods out of their soul for the right to have air and breath. Kind of tragic, but like, now that I'm a god, you just can't do things against me. I just have to punish it all right away, and then the gods go to court over time and decide ultimately. It's a requirement of what I have to do now that I'm full-fledged, complete. There was a guy that was like, get a job. And a bunch of my armies were putting those little whammies. A bunch of my armies were putting little spiritual whammies everywhere and saying, oh, whammy, whammy, now you're all bankrupt. Now the power of poverty takes over. Now you're screwed. And then I walked by and said, this is going to be funny when you can't get a job. And unlike 2 stupid countries doing this to me, God will be doing it to them. And they will never have options. In case you guys want to start my queen, putting the power of good into something like, the world's a really gross, abusive place, in case any discounts exist, but it may or may not. There was a lot of really cool, amazing people just asking questions or saying hi or following what I was doing, asking me to put my fingers in whatever numbers. Some really good people and souls I got to put my powers in that were qualified and worthy. Some sex packets. There were some people at the bars that wanted me to go into the bar and hang out, but I was too screwed up. So I gave them some spiritual sex packets to take them on a spiritual sex packet spin. Speaking of why that digital display song is digital display, you know, the sex packets one. Digital display, no, I think it's just called sex packets. Underground, somebody saying underground something and sex packets. There was somebody in the general public that was like, homeless people just sit in the car all day at the beach. And I was like, man, it used to be the cool beach bum, but now it's just to insult the homeless people. And some guy was like, are you gonna be leaving? And I was like, no, I'm contemplating what a homeless loser I am. And then I was like, no, I'm not leaving. So the guy was like, thanks, and left. And I screamed to the guy that was out in the general public, hey, the guy that just drove by in the car, you know, that said, you know, are you leaving? He always thinks about what a homeless loser I am too, just like you. And, you know, but gods go to court. That has to end up how it ends up, however the gods decide. You know, because it's a really big insulting, degrading fuck you to a God who has no options until I win with my own powers. That's so mean. That's like looking at somebody that's claiming that the United States is hurting them and saying that they're crazy. What if the United States is murdering their brother over and over and altering their brain or something, and you don't know, and you're treating them like shit, you know? Gods really do need to deal with the fact that you really don't have a right to mass quantity abuse anything. And it should have been a precedent case when 5 people could drive anything to suicide. Back when bullying was provably driving suicide, people should have squashed it in court. But the United States was rape and murder happy, and they didn't care. And now, you know, the world's an out of control abusive mess, but I can't change life. So, let me see if there's anything I forgot. There was a really nice bar right near, I forgot. There was a really nice bar where there was a really nice bar, and they were just wishing me the best. That was pretty cool, to have the majority in a bar just wishing any girl, and that's, they were at a bar and they were just saying, I'd wish any girl or anyone the best, and I wouldn't want anybody out there suffering anything like what you're saying. And that was pretty cool. And it was a pretty good chunk of the bar. Must be a pretty good bar or pretty good management that like makes good people want to go there all the time. And Then there was people helping me take a shower and helping me to remember that old lady diapers get wet just like baby diapers and get all big and bulky and fall off or fall out, and it'd be embarrassing. They were so nice to me. So they told me, take your underwear off and then you gotta take a shower again. I was like, wow, that is really, really nice of you. What sweet people that, don't have to care about your personal, disability issues. But I'm gonna have to make sure Angels and more say thank you, because that was so sweet, because I was so fixated on the dirt and how much I have realized I don't like or miss the dirt, that it's weird. When I was young, when I was young, I didn't like the dirt, but I could get past it. Now that I'm older, I don't think I like beach dirt. It's real sticky and hard to get off. So I'll probably drive somewhere and put wipies everywhere just to wash off, or go take a shower, because I don't think I even want to walk around like this. Let's see, what else was there? Ouch. What else was there? I think that might be all I wanted to say. So I just wanted to give people an update. And it helps people to think about what they may want to do or not do if they see me around. So I try to think of everything kind of that happened. Yeah, I think that was about it. If I think of something else, I'll let you guys know. San Diego's not that chit-chatty yet. They're not bombarding me with questions or asking me to answer things on the Facebook. So it's pretty quiet so far, other than when they see me directly. So, till next one.